What's up, guys, and welcome to Theory Thursday. Today, as I promised, we're going to talk about the E shape, and if you look in my history or the link that I'm probably going to post right here, you'll see a video that says guitar in the A shape. That basically takes you through the A shape and all of its variations using seventh chords, meaning an A major chord, an A major 7 chord, an A dominant 7 chord, an A minor 7 chord, an A minor 7 chord with a flat 5, and then a diminished chord. Not actually based on open A, but moved up, I believe, to the C 3rd fret, where I then do all of those examples. Well, today I'm going to do it with the E shape. So essentially, I'm going to take the E shape, I'm going to start from F. And we've got an F major chord. If I take the octave, so you'll notice that I've written here your intervals. If you want to refer to this video that I did on scales that's covering my head right now, there we go. You'll see that I talk about intervals here, where I mention 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 as intervals that are in a major scale. And so when you see this graph right here, what I'm saying when I say 1, 5, 3, or 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, flat 5, flat 7, sorry, minor 3, flat 5, flat 7, all I'm doing is I'm just saying I'm taking those intervals and I'm adjusting them accordingly. So don't get too confused with that. I don't expect you to have 5 or 7 fingers available to play these chords. These are just intervals. So that being said, moving on. The first example is an F, and it's just a triad, meaning it has 3 notes, a 1, a 3, and a 5. And if you look at it and you say, wait, there's 6 notes, actually look closer, it's the same notes repeating, there's only 3 different notes, meaning there is a root, there's a 3rd, and a 5th. There are actually 3 roots in this example, and there are 3 different octaves. Then there are 2 fifths in 2 different octaves, and 1/3 in this particular chord. What I do, or what we will do, is when we move to an F major, we lower the octave that's in the middle, that 1 on the D string on the 3rd fret, down a half step and make it a major 7. So you have this voicing right here. And I probably wouldn't ever play that voicing because it's way too muddy, but this is for learning purposes, so that's how we're going to do it. The reason is you might play that voicing, I don't know, up here on a different chord because it's kind of sweet and warm. But it's important really just to know where the intervals are and what you're doing to the chord. So moving forward, the next example we have is a dominant chord. So you have an F7. An F7 is usually referred to as a 5 chord in the key of B flat, but we won't get into all of that theory. I don't want to confuse things. Essentially what you're doing to create a dominant 7 chord is you're taking that 7 down another half step. So we had moved it from the octave right here to a major 7, and then we're going to move it down again to a dominant 7. Now we have a dominant 7 chord, and we're going to do the same thing on the next one to the 3rd. So now on the bottom left over here, I have an F minor 7 chord. All we're doing now is lowering that 3rd. So we just had this chord right here, and we're going to pick up our middle finger to lower that 3rd and make it a minor 7 chord. Right? So it's now an F minor 7. Now, our next example is a minor 7 flat 5. This I don't think you'll be able to play all at once, but I wanted to write out all the ways that you could play it. Meaning if you still wanted to have the 1, the 3, the 5, and the 7, you could play it like this. Just the top half of the chord, and you'd have the 7, the minor 3rd, the flat 5, and the 1. Or you could play it like this, just the bottom part of the chord. I'll leave that up to you. That's kind of one that you have to figure out which one works better for the actual song. Do you want a higher voicing? Do you want a lower voicing? So that is really, again, just an example, not the rule, right? It's just the example. All right, so the next one is Diminish 7. And so just like the last one, each time we've lowered an interval. In the beginning we lowered the 7 one, and then we lowered the 7 again. Then we lowered the third. Then now we've lowered the fifth, and now we're going to lower the 7 yet again. And so you'll see in the open part of this voicing right here, there's an open string that says double flat 7. This is a diminished chord, and it has a 7 that's been flatted twice. So it is a minor 7 flat 5 chord with another lowered 7, meaning the 7 is lowered one more time, making it this very dark, tied to the tracks sound that needs volume. Yeah, I don't expect you to play that whole voicing on guitar with your fingers. Usually we use just 4 notes at a time. We'll do the top of the chord maybe and do something like this. Or we'll do kind of the bottom of the chord, or we'll arpeggiate it in some way or another, like this. Generally never all 6 strings at the same time. It's a little bit of a difficult chord to get all 6 strings happening. It can happen, but it's a little difficult. Anyway, that's your Theory Thursday, the E chord and its shapes. Let me know if you have questions on anything. I'm happy to talk about other theory things, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Functional Friday.